Down with the kids. With the cool kids.
TheGigs&Rigs show. Have some rainbow machine up in this mother. Yeah, baby.
Down with the kids. It's
the one, isn't it?
It's called Down with the Kids.
Sweet.
that?
What's it about?
That's a political song, really.
Oh, I love politics. Should we talk about politics?
Hey, everyone.
Moving
Welcome
on.
to the Gigs and Rigs show. I'm Dan.
I'm Jake.
I'm Joe.
And Lizzie on the knobs.
Hello.
Lizzie on the knobs.
We're finally getting a theme song.
You will get a theme song
How exciting.
if you don't watch out,
Yeah, then you'll be done for.
and you'll be sorry. Hey, everyone. Hope you're awesome. A massive thank you for BV for moderating today.
Baby,
What a superstar.
He's a really great guy.
I've got a guitar in my hand, so this can only go horribly wrong. Really interesting show today. A couple of things we want to talk about. Of course, we have pedal news, and that in itself is amazing. We want to show you where we're at with the web editor. We are very close. We are very, very close. Because a lot of people have been asking about that. And then we're going to quick update with the pedal board. There's only 1 week left to get
that's true.
Get it
1
on.
week left.
That's
1
exciting
week
news.
left.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that?
Tense.
Crazy baby.
Lizzie, who do we have on today?
We have, starting off with SWiz871. So good day, fellas.
Hello.
G'day, mate.
Andrew Jones. Hi, all. I'm excited to hear about the editor and
Yeah.
when it's live. T-Stone. Hello from Western North Carolina, I'm guessing. NC? Is that a good
Yeah, North Carolina.
Sweet home Carolina. Sorry. I told you. I warned you. I warned you about this.
We've got George from Spain.
Sweet.
Sue
Spain,
Delors, Long Island.
Nice,
What has
nice,
it? Yeah,
nice.
yeah. All right, sorry.
I'm going to keep moving.
Yeah.
Simon Dunmore from Lincoln.
Hey, Simon.
What does Lincoln sound like on the guitar, Dan?
Lincoln could be, what is it? As in, get your motor running, Lincoln, the car. Yeah.
Got hello from the Oregon coast. It's cold and clear out here. Hope you're all well.
It's cold.
Hello from
beautiful.
Connecticut. Lots of people. It's really lovely.
Hello, the people.
From cold. What is it? Anyway.
It's like being on Lizzie's Spotify.
No.
Shade. Dan, you've never laughed this much, honestly. It's like absolute shade.
I didn't mean to read you like that, Lizzie.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Lizzie likes Coldplay. Lizzie likes
That's
Coldplay.
really funny.
You
Oh,
put it on there now.
boy, oh,
Oh,
boy.
no.
I'll be removed from the show.
Well, good night, folks.
Fantastic. We all love Coldplay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so
Lizzie, I love you.
so any questions that you have during the show, please put them in the chat. We will do the best we can to get to them. Someone had a question last week about doing the 4-cable method with G3. Yesterday, I filmed with the amazing Steve Rothery.
Did you?
Oh, wow.
2 things. He had the new Victory Mark II overdrive amplifier,
Is that the new thing that's just come out, that one?
the small one.
Yeah.
I've ordered it.
Have you
Really?
Yeah, it is one. It is.
Really? That's big.
It is absolutely killer. Like he was playing through it, and I'm like, okay, and I just reevaluated everything.
Wow.
Like to the point where I'm going to get there's a little like 50-watt power amp, looks like a lunchbox, and out of that do wet dry, be like preamp in G3. Seriously, it sounded astonishing.
Interesting.
We're doing a show on 2290s, and it was unreal. So that was amazing. But we had 2 amps set up, and he was using the 8-cable method because
Go
he
on,
had,
explain.
It's
well,
insane, Jeremy.
when we talk about the 4-cable method and the way it interacts with G3, we're talking about putting a preamp in the loop of G3. So thinking about it like a normal overdrive pedal, for example. So the way that the send from a loop. So if I just play some shenanigans, there's no loop. Is there no loops on there?
No, nothing's on.
All right. Can you by the power of magic, can you just turn on the big muff for us?
I can.
Look, no hands.
That's very quiet.
Yeah.
We did turn it down. Oh, you got knobs there.
Yeah.
All right. So. Right.
Your motor running.
So
Lincoln.
So what's happened there is we've turned an effects loop on, and then the signal goes through G3. It goes through the send of that effects loop into the overdrive pedal, and then back into G3, out and into the amplifier. A lot of you will know this. Now, using your preamp of your amplifier, it's exactly the same thing. You think of your preamp as you would do any other overdrive pedal. The send from the effects loop goes into the input of the amplifier.
Mm-hmm.
The effects loop send from the amplifier goes back into the return of the loop. And when you turn that loop on, you are connecting the preamp, which does all the overdrive and pre-loveliness. That turns on in the signal path. Then you go through all your effects. Anything after the preamp is effectively in your effects loop.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go out of output 1 or output 1 and 2 if you're doing stereo loveliness, which is amazing. And then you go back into the power amp, which is the effects loop return of the amplifier. So we're going to get into that next week and do a whole thing. But yesterday, so that's the 4-cable method, right? Guitar to G3, that's 1 cable. Send to the input of the amplifier, 2 cables. Effects loop send from the amplifier back to G3, 3 cables. Output back to the effects loop return. Count them. That's 4 cables.
And that's all she wrote.
Right. Yesterday,
Oh yeah, no, I mean more fingers.
we had 2 amplifiers, both preamps in effects loop of G3.
Okay.
And so we had basically the 8-cable method. It was great. I think probably 7-cable
Yeah,
method.
7,
Yeah, I know. But it's
eight's getting silly at that point.
That's
Eight's
just
getting silly at that point.
yeah.
7's fine.
yeah. But it was amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing because to hear those preamps and splitting things in parallel, going to different.
Were they the same amps?
Yeah, I was going to say that. So yeah,
Or were they were
no,
different?
they're different. So
Interesting.
one was Steve Rothery's Groove Tube Trio, which is that preamp that he's been using forever. Oh my word, unreal! With the 2290.
Yep.
And the other one was the Mark II Overdrive.
Naughty.
Clean sound and dirty sound of that amplifier. Unreal.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, really, really good. So,
I'm looking forward to trying that.
I did order it, so we'll put it on the show and we'll have some swangage.
Swag.
But that was great, and it was so good to hear Steve. Just honestly, we were filming, right? And Steve, he's such a beautiful guitar player, an incredible musician, and I'll sit here and go like an idiot.
My idiot.
And
Our idiot.
thank you. Steve will play something. Everything he plays is a song. You sit there and he'll play something and you just hear melodies and you're waiting for the chorus to kick in, or you're waiting for it's like everything he does is so considered, and he never just plays a throwaway thing.
Sure.
It was really amazing. It sort of all came together, being in such like close proximity with him with the amps and stuff, and he's doing his thing. It's like, you're amazing. Really,
that's cool,
really,
that's
really
wicked,
wonderful,
man.
really wonderful. So he's such a beautiful guy. And we had Dave Foster came up with him as well.
Oh yeah.
And I've known Dave for years. So when we were in Tin
Is
Spirits,
Dave Foster from Gloucester? I kind of wish he was, if he isn't.
no,
You should be.
Like-
Dave, if you're listening, move.
So Dave, amazing guitar player, and I've known him for ages. When I was doing Tin Spirits, he was in another prog band called Mr. So-and-so.
Oh yeah.
And we were both in the British Guitar Academy, which was like 15 years ago or something. Steve Rothery put this thing together. And it was myself, it was obviously Steve. We had Rob Harris from Jamiroquai.
go on.
We had Matt Pryor from Bonnie Tyler's band, who is a monster guitar player, and he plays Wet Dry Wet, and like, it's just epic. Dave Foster, and I was the effects guy, and all this other guys just what, and then Steve would do his thing, and it was really cool. It was probably 10 years ahead of its time.
Yeah,
because we didn't, had we been able to do that with Facebook Live and all that sort of stuff, it would have been different. But anyway, but it was so much fun.
Distributed on VHS or
no
floppy disk.
Morse.
Right.
Tone.
Oh, yeah, great.
DS1.
Yeah,
Nice.
was that a D or an
an
A?
Yeah. Anyway, it's really great to catch up with those guys.
Sweet.
Yeah, but that was that. So
Yeah,
anyway,
boys.
we're going to get into that four-cable method, and as well with that four-cable method next week, we're going to look at noise gates and how you would integrate a noise gate, maybe even a volume pedal, in your four-cable method.
Whoa, now.
What do you reckon?
It's me being obligated. Do you like that?
Okay. So
It hurts the
what
most.
shall we do? Should we do some pedal news first?
Yeah.
What are the people saying?
Many a question.
Many a question. Do
flying in.
you want some question music?
It's magic.
Would you like a
No
question?
hands.
Yes. Okay. We're going to ask a question. Scott has said, using a Ranger FX mini drone and would like to route through a tuner brackets TU-3 to tune the drones. Got the tuner after the mini drone in the chain at the moment. What is the best way to do this on an Atom?
You'd have to go. You probably have to put the tuner in a. I'd probably put the tuner in a loop, and then I would parallel it. So it meets the drone.
That's really interesting because, no, because what you can also do is there's a built-in tuner in G3, and you can have the tuner on and still get signal. It doesn't mute.
Yeah.
But if the drone is in the
Oh,
loop,
you're tuning the drone
'Cause if
host.
the
You're not
drone
tuning
is
the
in the
input.
loop.
Sorry,
So
I'm
either
being an idiot.
you could do a 3-2-1. No, because you still want the guitar. This is the problem.
Yeah, so
You could do because the Atom's got TRS in.
Mm-hmm.
You could technically split the signal at the beginning with the TRS input and have the guitar on one and the drone on the other,
yes,
Or
and
two.
then send the drone to the. Isn't there a way that you can do it so that the tuner, does that hit both the TRS sides?
It doesn't, sadly.
Yeah. So put it in a loop and then put that loop in parallel with the drone on the input so that you can have, say, the tip, which is your guitar, going to an output, and your drone, which is on the ring of the TRS input, in parallel to a loop that contains the tuner. Because the tuner's on, it will mute the output so you won't hear
that's
it.
There it
very
is.
clever.
There it is.
Very
That's what I
clever.
do.
That's
That was my first
Joe
thought.
Bishop, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why they pay him the medium bucks.
That's
There's
right.
a few other ways that you could do it, but it depends on what else
Wouldn't
you've got in
mind
your
some of those
system.
medium bucks. That'd be nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How does one get around using vintage style wah/fuzz or other sensitive devices with a modern style pedal board with in-out buffers and a send return?
So what you want to do is
Fine,
have your
WG3.
buffer after your fuzzers. The issue is the bypass. I mean, it's so funny, man. Because I've gotten so used to the quality of G3, I put anything before it now,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
and I hear it.
Mhm.
yeah.
You know, I was doing Robin's board, and he wanted the wire at the front. I'm like, great. Like even with a really good bypass, I take it out, plug straight into the QMX. It's like, oh man,
You
it's,
still hear it.
Still hear it.
The people don't probably appreciate the hours of us legitimately listening to bypass tones and trying to hear the
splitting
difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so
between,
crazy.
You know,
This relay or that
this relay,
and
that.
that. Yeah,
If there's a resistor in the signal chain, even if it's tiny, does it make a
The
difference?
only way I
Anything.
can describe it for the people is like, imagine being an eye test and they go A or B. A or B for like 3 or 4 hours.
And then
Dan
they say-
being like, this one or this one. And I'm like, Dan, I finished 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
Can I go home? This one or this one?
And then they say, look out the window. That bird on the horizon, what colour are his eyes?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he a happy face or a sad face?
Sad.
So,
Very
right.
sad.
So the idea would be, and so what you're asking, modern pedal board, input buffer, output buffer, bunch of true bypass stuff in the middle, and that can work fantastic. But with your old school germanium fuzzers and wah pedal's not so much of a problem. It's specifically germanium fuzzers and treble boosters. The idea is that you would leave those at the front of the signal chain and put the buffer after them. And as long as they've got really good quality true bypass, then you should be fine. That's exactly what we did with Robin Ford's board. After the wah, we have a more or less, which I'm going to say is the best buffer I've ever heard. It's just because it's a balanced buffer. So it's silent and it's immediate. It's very, very groovy. And then that feeds into everything post that, the quartermaster with all that stuff, and then out from that into the humdinger. So we've got an input buffer, which is the more or less, and the output buffer, which is the humdinger. And it keeps everything consistent. You have a consistent impedance from the output of the board to the amplifier, no matter what effects you have in the middle, and a consistent input impedance for the guitar. So it just keeps everything uniform and consistent, and that's is really great. But if you love germanium effects, then just have the buffer after that. Just make sure the germanium effects have got a really good bypass. What we've done in G3 and Atom, there's an auxiliary loop, which is just using a standard. It's not a standard. It's one of our relays, and that sits before the pre-gain circuit, which is the buffer. So you can have your buffer, and that will sit after your fuzzers. Turn your fuzz on, and it sees the pickup that goes straight from the pickup into the fuzz, and then you can have a buffer on after it if you like. But one of the great things about having a switcher that enables you to turn on and off buffers and post gain and stuff per preset is that I can go to a preset that is just the fuzz and nothing else. So it won't have any buffers at all and go, fuzz straight to the output. I can turn on a pre-gain that sits after the auxiliary loop and then buffer the output of the fuzz going into other effects. And this is really interesting. Sorry, I know I'm disappearing down a rabbit hole, but if you've got a germanium fuzz and you put it on it and everything else after it's true bypass because you've been told this is a good thing. It's like, okay, my germanium fuzz it has what the output impedance of those germanium fuzzes is high, very high, and so high that it doesn't drive the capacitance in your cable after it. It really struggles. When I was first getting into this, I had the most amazing germanium fuzz. I didn't know it was a germanium fuzz at the time, but I loved it. It was one I got custom built at Guitar Crazy in Coogee by Wazza. And
sorry, could you say that in English?
yes, he's
so in English.
Warren. I just knew him as Wazza. Fabulous guy, and I lived in Randwick, which is just around the corner from Coogee, which is next door to Bondi. And there's a few guitar stores in that street, right? And there's a guitar store called Guitar Crazy, which is where I got my first electric Mistress.
Wow!
After the session, that's where it all happened.
Without that shop.
Absolutely. And Wazza was there, just an absolute hero, and he made these amazing fuzz pedals before anyone knew what these amazing fuzz pedals were. He'd found these amazing transistors, and I've still got them in a pedal somewhere. Anyway, and I had this fuzz pedal. I thought, oh, this is fantastic. And then I bought an old Memory Man, and I put the Memory Man after it, and I'll get my fuzz tones, and I keep the delay on, and then everything gets super bright. And I took the Memory Man back because I thought it was broken. Tested it out, it was fine. So what's happening there is the output impedance of the fuzz, because it's so high, it's not driving the cable capacitance. As soon as I turn on, Well, it's trying to drive the cable capacitance through the memory man to the amp.
Yeah.
As soon as I turn on the memory man buffers all that capacitance to the end. The top end goes nuts. So what can be a really good thing to do is having a buffer directly after the fuzz, because that will give you a consistent output impedance to the input of anything after that. And then the fuzz will sound the same no matter what you turn on.
Yeah.
It's a great way to do it, as long as it's a nice buffer. And the pre-gain is
A lovely buffer.
So
Lovely
having
buffer.
your fuzz, basically, I've taken 10 minutes to say, just put your buffer after your fuzz. Just put
In
your
short.
buffer after your fuzz. 7 words.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. That's what you wanted.
Short and concise.
Thank
Done.
you. I'll just do one more quickly, which
No.
shockingly I can answer.
There we go.
When are the G3?
Go on, hang on.
No,
Do
it's
it.
it's
no,
not
no,
technical.
wait, no, we're all ears. Go. Lizzie,
When are-
Lizzie,
Us two
Lizzie,
are.
ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
we are all ears.
Go on, Coldplay.
Right. When are G3S Atom back in stock? And that is from the week commencing the 16th of February.
Hear that?
So week commencing 16th of February, which is next week. Is that right?
Yeah,
I
right.
believe so.
What are we on now?
No, it's next week.
It's
Is
the week
next.
after.
Yeah.
There's a week
Week
after.
after.
Sure.
Next Monday is the 9th. The following Monday is the 16th.
Okay.
So it's
right. So
that one.
Monday week.
Yeah.
That'll be
Monday
got it.
week.
Dispatch.
They'll be back in stock, ready to rock.
Yes.
Around the
And don't
Well-
say, very good, because I was in so much trouble there. I had one
Were you
thing.
worried I was going to say sock?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hickory dickory dock.
That's the one.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
we
Okay,
should put
let's
this
do
to a stop.
Let's do pedal news.
Pedal news. We're going to start with the Wampler pedal head.
Okay,
you
this
seen-
is fascinating.
Yes.
Yep. All right, Lizzie, are you ready?
Ah.
Is AV? We should be ready to go.
So the video we've pulled is Danish Pete checking it out. So we're going to
Let's go.
watch that. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, so
Please.
we have 3 different presets, but of course we have 2 options.
Yeah.
So I want to see if you can guess which one is the amp, which one is the pedal amp.
So which one is this and which one is this?
Yes.
Okay. So firstly, this is the first one. So we've got a little bit of gain on it. Switched, right?
Yep. Switched again.
I think maybe this one, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's this one.
This one is which one?
The amp.
or the
This is the amp there.
That is not the amp.
It's not the amp.
That is not the amp.
I knew it. It's just, there's more, to me, to my ears, I mean, it's loud in here.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Put that in you.
who understands it? Can we just put a picture of this up, Lizzie? Just go back to camera 4 for us for a second. So this is what it looks like.
So it's kind of a new take on impulse responses.
You can go back now, Lizzie, I think, because Mike's turned off. There we go. So it's a new take on impulse responses.
Because it uses
Please explain.
machine learning to
I could use some machine learning.
Yeah,
So
me,
do I.
big man. Me.
to work out or to match its sound against the valve amp.
So you need to plug a valve amp in and go.
Give me some of that sauce, baby.
But how does it know
I don't
what
know.
the speaker sounds like?
I don't know.
I know. Okay. Look.
You have to ask it.
Yeah.
You have to buy one and ask it.
That's Brian himself.
It's a stereo power amp as well, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So great. I think.
I think it's cool.
I think it seems like a really cool idea.
Yeah. Actually, I'll tell you what's really good about it, the size of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
tiny.
Stick it on your pedal board, go left and right down to a couple of cabs, or does it have XLRs out as well?
I'm not sure it does.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay.
Kind
Just
of-
scroll down, see if there's a picture of the back. No.
Sadly, there's no
okay.
real literature from them yet. This is from
Yeah, it's fresh.
Rockboard, that picture I found there.
Okay.
It's very interesting.
Did you say
concept.
fresh? It
Yes.
said it's got DI level on the front, so it must have a separate
Yeah, it must
DI
have
output.
Okay, I'll find a picture of the back. So we've got stereo input, balanced output, and 2 speaker outputs.
Balanced output. There you
MIDI,
go. So TRS
headphone out.
balanced.
Ground
TRS.
lift, USB.
So this has been designed in conjunction with Synergy.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
What's your thoughts on the Synergy stuff as well?
So
If any.
I remember this being at NAMM years ago, and yeah, I thought it was cool.
They did the whole modular thing. didn't they?
Yeah.
So you had like basically racks, and you had these preamp modules that you could just slide in and out, and the company that owns Synergy and a bunch of pedaler companies and amp companies, they sort of get them all working together. So all these amp companies would have their Synergy modules. And it's a great idea.
I guess it's like the Billy Corgan rig thing from back in the day where Billy Corgan had all these different preamps sort of built. Do you remember that rig rundown?
No.
It's like a really, really old,
Yeah. I
like
remember,
Becca
yeah.
Dirk energy of Premier
Yeah.
guitar.
Yeah.
Remember her?
I do.
Yeah. And Billy Corgan's basically got this huge rack with like modules built by different amp manufacturers. It's got like a diesel preamp, like a Marshall preamp, and like a Fender preamp.
Nice.
Yeah. Right, should we move swiftly along because I'm conscious it's 27 minutes past.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
go.
So next we're looking at the Great Hammer. Yeah. We have 2 clips of this. We have like a bass clip and a guitar clip. And we're going to start with the guitar clip, and then I will skip along after a bit to the bass riffage. Are we ready to rock, ladies and
You
gentlemen?
better
go.
believe it.
Here we bloody go.
Use the pedal in a setting that I like for guitar. Notice the attack knob is below noon. I pretty much always keep it there on guitar. If I turn up the gain a little bit, you get this. And you can hear it's got that like cool sort of swampy thing. It almost brings out like using like an Ampeg V4 kind of vibe, but it's a lot more gross. And here it is at really high gain. Now, if I turn the bass down and the mid notch, or disable the mid notch by going in the upper position.
Sweet. And I'm going to skip us to bass tone.
It sounds,
Very stoner rock, very...
it's
but you dig it
It's
because it's gross.
It's basically a pedal version of a trainer. I think it's the TS50B.
right.
It's a
I love
50
the trainer amps are incredible.
It's a 50-watt solid state bass amp
Okay.
that does gross.
So what
things.
on the bass now?
Let's hear on
Slap of
the
the bass.
Slap of the bass.
Now, the knob that sets this pedal apart is the bass control. This is a circuit that is boost only. It's a combination of a passive bass shelf boost and an additional gain stage that work in tandem to give you a clean bass boost. So when it's at 0, this is akin to the original amp, but as I turn it up, it's going to add that clean low end. So we're going to start at this neutral setting, and I'll go in the moderate mid cut position.
And we're back in the
You know what?
room.
Put that in one loop of a wetter box and fuzz in the other and blend that on top.
Yeah, the way
I reckon that would
with
be
something snarly and a
yeah,
bit.
Yeah.
that's very cool. It's very
Snappier.
cool. Very cool sound. Very cool sound. Okay, this thing.
Lastly, the glue glue bien joli. Is that
Très
right?
bien.
You're doing
Bien Jolly.
Duolingo French.
It's
Is that right?
Bien Jolly. Glue Glue have released it. They've given absolutely no information on it, but I've
Love
watched this
that.
video about 50 billion times because it's a super interesting thing. You'll notice there's a bunch of like oscillators and filters, and there's even a rungler on there. Does weird kind of things. Let's hear what it sounds
What's the
like.
rungler with you?
I am so proud of you.
All right, Joe.
So all we know about this so far is it's got a bunch of different modes. The top one is banjo, so I want to know what that sounds like.
Okay.
We've got banjo fuzz. Oh no way! That's crazy.
And then we've got
Fuzz.
Lydian.
Lydia.
Oh, Lydian, sorry. Yep.
Lydia.
Who's Lydia?
Lydia, oh Lydia, oh, have you met Lydia? Anyway,
Keep
sorry.
on track.
Sorry. Thank you, Lizzie.
And then there's a bunch of oscillators that track using PLL, I think,
Right.
and then a bunch of
Bleep bloop bloops.
beep loops,
Bleep
so
loops.
you can cross modulate
The
things. and-
Muppets.
Bloop
Bleep, bloop, 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 bleep, bloop. Okay, great.
Is it the clangers? That
Yeah.
they're on the moon. That's what I'm thinking of when you do that.
Oh, bleep, bloop. Bleep, bloop. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? There's no information on it. Seen that video, super interested. It's glue glue, so it's going to go from fairly normal to out of this world.
Okay. Well, okay, amazing. Last thing we're going to have a quick look at then. This is interesting.
Yes,
Not that everything else hasn't been interesting.
Cheers.
finally all the boring
Yeah.
stuff's gone. Let's talk about the interesting. No, yeah, this is cool. Are you aware of this?
I'm not aware of this.
I was not aware of this. Joe, you put in the chat, my dear man, so
So-
you may have the floor.
This is a new pedal-specific trading site.
You can leave the mics open for this one, Lizzie, because we'll need to
There's
have
no
a chat
video.
about it.
Here
There
we
we
go.
go.
Look at that.
Yeah, so you can
Is it a trading site?
Yeah,
and
so you can either buy or you can trade pedals.
try
What
before
are you looking
you
for,
buy.
Dan? What are you looking for?
I am currently on the lookout for can we find a Shin Fuzzoir, please?
Shin. Let's start with Shin, shall I?
It's
Shin SHINEI?
So you didn't,
Probably not.
We're all dyslexic and you pick Shin. Why not DS1? I can spell
Okay, let's do-
DS1. DS1.
Tell you what,
DEN1.
Can you put in VB2 for me?
VB. I'll try just VB.
Yep.
No, not yet.
Vibrato. Try for vibrato.
It's still a new site.
Okay.
So by that you meant the Origin Mama 50
You got
Magma
the Magma
57, right? Okay, cool.
Oh, because it's okay. That's good because it's got the vibrato from the
Nice variety.
the magnetone.
I can tell you this one's in perfect working order.
There you go. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, but yeah, I think this again. It's in its early days, but I think it'll be very cool.
So if they're doing rental stuff, hopefully some pedal companies will
Yeah,
get some stuff on there so people can try them out. That's a great
which is
idea.
exciting.
Yeah,
There we
that'd be
go.
great. Nice.
If
Well,
you
that's good.
sell this on TL Engine, we expect commission now because we have advertised it for you, mate.
Yeah.
You're very welcome.
I do like that's one thing about Reverb when that came along. It was because it was music specific.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was a good thing. I think when they started off too, the selling fees were like really cheap. I don't think that's the case.
But yeah, I like the idea that you can trade as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have like 3 pages of questions. So
Wow.
do you want to go
Far
on to
out.
Web
Let's,
Editor?
okay.
or-
This-
Quick fire round.
Okay,
Everyone
Justin.
focus.
Lizzie on the knobs. Special subject being Coldplay.
How can you disable an all input buffering, pre-gain, etc. in G3 so fuzz face circuit are not impacted by anything?
Just turn
Just
off
turn
the
'em off.
pre-gain.
Next.
Done.
Me. For Joe,
Yeah.
with bass. Any general recommendations about the order of stacking pedals? I've got for fuzz the Titan 2 and the Woolly Mammoth, and for distortion Jam Rattler and Pork and Pickle.
Stacking them is complicated because you end up very quickly getting into very compressed square wave and you end up losing quite on the low end. So personally, I would actually look at something like an Atom or a Wetter box, so you can put some of those pedals in parallel.
Square.
Because you can yield some more interesting results if...
It's hip to be square.
He's really trying to concentrate, people.
This is me trying. That was great. Though.
Sorry, dude.
It's all right, mate. Sorry.
And
But as a general rule, I would go from lowest gain to highest gain.
Thank you.
That would be my starting point.
And we'll just go for one more. Mark, on a G3 or Atom, is there a way to lower the overall post volume into a loud amp? Actually, just a Princeton one at home. I don't consistently have the same pedal last in the chain.
so one of the great things about having a post gain circuit, it's exactly for this job.
Bring it down.
The post gain gives you master control over the output level of G3. So you can have any, sound created from all your pedals in the loops. But when you get to the output, by turning on post gain, you can either raise or lower it. It's a true stereo amplifier on the output as well. So if you're running to two amplifiers, whether it's dual mono or stereo, you can control the output level. So if you've got, I remember having this amazing overdrive circuit, but it had no volume control on it. It was from Stone Deaf.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Right.
And it sounded awesome, but the output was unbelievable and had to engage the post gain and turn it down just to match things up. It's great.
So was that 3 pages of questions? Did you just write them really big?
No, there's more, but we're nearly at 20 minutes, so I think maybe crack on with the web editor and we'll fit in what we can.
We're
at the
nearly
end.
at 20 minutes or 20 minutes to go.
20 minutes
to
left.
go.
37 minutes
That's
past.
crazy.
Thank you all for your
37
patience.
minutes past.
Okay, we're going to have a quick look, 23 minutes apparently, of the new G3 web editor.
It's a fair debit.
So- Just to let you know, we're so close on this. We're still dealing with a few bugs, but a massive shout out and thank you to Sebastian Schlapp,
Absolute
Flack,
legend.
you
Great
are
bass
a
player.
legend.
just absolute legend, and of course Mike, our software guy,
Like you are
who is a
legend
hero.
too.
Both of you, they've been doing such an amazing job getting this together. So we'll take you through where you are so that you can see how incredible this is, and we're really close. And we're, I would say we will have something out to the public by the end of the month.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm confident with that.
Mhm.
All righty. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's your confidence face.
Yeah, you know it, baby.
Okay, so if we go to camera 4 now, Lizzie, and we keep the mics on, there we go, and then put in the picture in picture. Right, there we go. Actually, what we're going to do, sorry, Liz, if you go to camera 2, so we can see, this is Jake's pedal board. No, camera 1, is it? Camera 1, I think. There we go. This here is Jake's pedal board.
Rock and roll.
Can you see the pedal board, Lizzie? We can see the pedal board. You're feeling a bit off mic today.
Sorry.
There you go. So this is Jake's.
Coldplay comment.
This is Jake's pedal board, and what we've done is we've connected it to the computer. So the first really cool thing about the new software editor is, Lizzie, if you want to go to number 4 and then go picture in picture. Right. So now you can see through the miracle of modern technology, Jake's pedal board, bottom right hand
become
side,
sentient.
and then you can see what Jake is currently doing is going between different presets. He's going 4, 5, and 6 and switching the different presets out, right? But the way he's doing that, Jake, how are you connected to your G3?
I'm using a newfangled technology called USB or USB.
So the first massive thing about the new web editor is you don't have to use Bluetooth. You can connect with a USB cable
USB.
going into the MIDI in and out of G3. Now, if you've got MIDI pedals like we have here, you go into the MIDI in of G3, and then the MIDI out goes to your MIDI pedals, and whatever the last in the chain is, just connect to the MIDI out of that, as long as you can turn the MIDI through on in those pedals. So you've got a standard MIDI through. It works great. So, and there's a couple little things with the MIDI that we're just tidying up, but that's how it works. And the advantage of this, especially, well, there's two things. If you're doing a software upgrade, if you're doing a backup, so you guys, how long would it normally take you to do a backup over Bluetooth?
Yeah, it's quite a slow process, I would
It's
say.
like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And this will be, you can do this in 1 minute, right, with the USB connection.
It's the future.
And it's great.
I'll have to do more work. You know, I use a backup in the day on a repair, like, right, I'm going to leave that for an hour now. I'm going to go in, slack off. But now you're
So all of the backups and the software upgrades, they just go really, really quick, right? So it's wonderful. One great thing about the current G3 app, which is basically a live performance, what do we call it? A companion. If you're doing things like song lists, because they're just tiny packets, they're really quick, right?
Yeah.
So that's not an issue.
I literally do it like if we're changing over at a gig, partly because our drummer's left-handed, so drum setting up is
takes
a tiny bit slower.
Is he left-handed?
He's lefty.
Yeah. It's great,
He's a lefty.
great drummer, your drummer.
Yeah, but I'll be sat there on my knees, look like I'm probably just checking my WhatsApp or whatever.
And you just change the order of the songs you're doing for that set list and chuck it in. Yeah, it's really
the crowd's like,
really
why
cool.
is that guy walked on stage and he's just stood there playing Angry Birds or something? But no.
So the Bluetooth for that is really cool. When you're doing the deeper edit stuff, this is amazing. So you can still see the screen, Lizzie?
Yeah.
All right. So if you, here we go. Let's have a preset. So, if you just show the picture, I've just got an amp set up in the corner, which is my little Lazy J.
It's all yellow.
Moving on, everybody.
So Jake, if you can, if we go back to the picture-in-picture thing, Jake, if you can change a preset for me.
Right, I'm going to go to 6.
Yep.
And then I'm going to give you some delay.
Look at what we're doing, people. Look at what we're doing. We are programming
Would you like
with the loops.
Not only that, with the Octopi, I have remote switch. 1 is the fuzz side, and 2 is the pitch shift inside.
Turn on the fuzz.
So here's the fuzz.
Ooh. Yeah. Squid-dooby-doo.
You sent it.
I sent it, baby. Okay, so just to clarify, what Jake did there was he actually turned on the loops via the editor. He turned on the remote switches, and now that's the preset.
That's the preset. So if I go to back to 4,
Yep.
nothing's on.
Yep.
I go back to 6. There it is. There's the source. Joe, treat yourself to expression if you want. There it is. There it is.
Okay. So, and then you can name that preset.
Yeah, baby.
Amazing.
It's in there, isn't it? Sorry, it's been a day.
Yeah. So there we go. So
Call
we
it
can name
hello.
that preset,
And hopefully,
and that appears then on the screen. So let's have a look at. So this is basically the front. You've got all of your foot switches here, and then you can get into the hidden foot switches as well, which is on the right-hand side. We've got the pre-gain level that we can turn on. We've got the loops there we can turn on.
what I really like, just to interject as well, is you can, next to each loop, there's these little text boxes that you can type the name.
So you can, whatever pedals you've got in your loop, you just name them.
Yep.
Doris.
Cool loop one, Doris.
Thank you.
Not lowercase Doris. It's loud Doris, isn't it? It's capital Doris. Sorry,
Well, I don't
Doris.
know. She wasn't the kind person.
Oh, buddy. Want to talk
Is
about
that
it?
why you learn how to play Coldplay?
That's right.
Do you want to talk about it?
Doris.
Okay.
Right. So you see there, we've got the loops, we've got the post gain, we've got the remote switches, and then we've also got the outputs. So you can, it's all there. It's all there. It's so exciting. Do you like that one too, Lizzie?
Obviously.
Yeah, of course.
That's a Coldplay cover of it.
Right. So, and then we turn that off again.
Mm-hmm.
Can you turn the rainbow machine on for me?
Obviously.
It's such a good chorus.
Send it. There you that. Oh,
Isn't it such
it's
a good chorus?
amazing.
Yeah, such a good chorus.
It's amazing. Okay.
Love that thing.
So, and of course, from your presets, you've got, if we have a look up the top where it says, can you move the mouse around?
Oh.
So the bank, we've got your bank numbers here.
Yes, sir.
Right, and
So
then
bank numbers, preset number there.
numbers.
If I click that, you'll see that update.
Yep. And then we've got, you can copy your banks and paste your banks. So if you get all your bank together and then you're like, oh, I don't want to go through all that work again, just copy the bank, go to your new bank, paste the bank and edit.
So if I look, I'm on 6.
Yep.
I'm copying that preset.
Yep.
I've gone to 4.
Yep. Paste it.
Hit paste. Is it going to work? It's the beauty of live TV, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Hello, 4.
There you go.
That
Done
did
it.
work. It was just a bit slow because I'm an impatient child.
Amazing. So there you go. You
Damn
can copy,
Gen Z, etc., etc.
and that also copies all of the MIDI information as well. So let's go to the next screen, and just to show you, there's a couple of ways that you can get to the next screen. You've got your little the bar up top there that you can just press and go to the MIDI,
Bring.
or you can scroll up and down.
Oh my lord!
Isn't that amazing? So let's go to the MIDI
Options.
again.
Yeah.
Right, there's the
Options.
MIDI.
Yeah,
So we can see how many MIDI out functions do we have?
mate, we have got 20 of the blighters.
So every time you press a foot switch, you can send it
you can send it, my man.
20 separate times.
Yeah.
So there you go. So you pick your MIDI channel.
Right, channel 3. Why not? It's ITV in the UK, isn't it? Channel
Yeah.
3, and then
True.
PC Plus, and then I'm gonna number 70. Why not?
There you go.
And that's it. That's all
That's
you need
it.
to do.
So now whenever
I
I
haven't
hit
turned
that
it. Sorry,
preset,
ignorantly, I didn't turn it on.
right, there you go.
Sorry.
Now it's on and you can see the yellow on grey.
And then I want to control number 2, which is BBC Two.
It's like
in
a
the
banana
UK.
ice cream at a UK beach.
That's the one. And then channel 5, where you watch James Bond movies on a Sunday. This is very niche content, isn't it, for the British audience?
Channel 5 in Australia was very different.
What was Channel 5 in America?
In America.
In Australia.
Just static. We didn't have a Channel 5.
Do you know the answer to this? Possibly. Is it compatible to use on an iPad, or does it need to be on a?
So this currently is not compatible to use on an iPad unless. No, it's not, is it? No. So
I've not tried it on an iPad, so I'm going to say
the problem with an iPad or with your iOS device
Yes,
Go on.
is the issue that it has is it doesn't. There's a thing with MIDI that it's not actually. Oh, hang on. Let me think. If you use
Chrome,
Google Chrome
then it should.
on your
technically
iPad,
work.
you should be
especially
fine.
on the new. I was about to say, especially on I've got like a fairly new iPad that's USB-C, not Thunderbolt. I wonder with the newer iPads at
okay.
USB-C it might work.
So it's currently unconfirmed.
Yeah, TBC. That's a very good point.
We'll give it a
Mike,
Wherever
Mike.
you are, Mike.
Mike, I'm going to ring you on it.
there's a so what's happened in the past. If you use a Mac, you can use Google Chrome on your Mac and do this, and it's perfect. But there's always been an issue sending MIDI over Bluetooth with the iOS devices. But with the Google Chrome, if you can download Google Chrome on your iOS device,
Which you can.
because you're using a solid connection, it might be absolutely fine. So
Yeah, I haven't thought that yet.
we'll
Yeah.
give that a go. Look, we're doing it here, so which should be. I mean, we're doing this. We're doing this here.
That
We're doing
the
it on
Spinal Tap moment. How can I fold?
Yeah, it doesn't go in the bread.
Look, it's not a big college town.
No.
Will the category highlighted change as you scroll through the different menu sections?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. This is the ththing. It's so easy. Look, stomp box, trails, parallel times 4, and
Musker.
misc. So there's a miscellaneous thing. And what's in the miscellaneous thing?
Scarf colour.
You've gone.
I'm sorry,
You've
I've
gone.
embarrassed
That's
myself.
what's in the miscellaneous.
This is the misc. Oh, it's the tuner. Bloody turn on the tuner and the hidden preset.
Okay, there you go.
That's the one.
And then we've got the global function at the
The
end.
globules.
So the global function looks after is global, not per preset.
Yeah.
And look, that's it. And once you've done that and everything is saved, you can
Which it saves automatically.
Yeah,
it
you don't
just
have
saves
to.
automatically. So if we now go up to the top right hand side, you'll see where we've got where it's underlined edit G3, right? Top right. Up
Top
here.
right.
Okay, there you go. So once you've edited your G3, you can do a backup. So if you go to backup, right, and then you just connect your G3, and then you can save the file, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and which is groovy.
Might have
And then
upset
you can
everything there.
do, if we go to song list, right, then we can create a song lists. So all of those things are still doable, but the big thing, going back to edit G3, is that every function that you can program in the menu of G3, you can now do on the editor.
One thing it's important to say,
Please say.
our Atom friends, it's not currently working. That is the next stage.
Yeah, so the next stage,
it's
but
not
it
working
will.
for you.
But
So if I hit Atom, it's the old.
Yes, but
editor
what will
for now.
happen though? But when by the time it gets launched, all we need to do, there's a couple little things we need to iron out here. Once that's done, we're going to transfer everything over to the Atom, and then we'll be released into the wild. And we are expecting to have this all done before the end of the month. Yeah, isn't it great,
It is
Lizzie? Isn't it great?
glorious.
I love it.
You absolutely.
More than
Yeah.
Coldplay?
It's a big ask.
I've been thinking about this though, right?
Tell us.
You love Coldplay, but he's worked out how to play Coldplay. So he must love Coldplay a little bit.
Yeah,
He can play
something in
Coldplay.
there.
Because he can play Coldplay.
So true.
But can play Coldplay.
See what I'm saying?
I understand exactly what you're
Okay.
saying.
Is there any more we'd like to speak about the web editor?
I think we're good.
No, I think
Yeah,
we've
that's
we've
supposed
nailed
to.
that really, quite frankly.
Do
10 out of 10
people
top marks.
Well done, us.
do people need to be on the latest software?
So there
Yeah,
will be a
every software.
software upgrade. And then we will release that once Mike and Schlapp have sorted everything else out,
Cool.
and then we've gone through it, and then once that's all released, there'll be a new upgrade, and then you can connect your USB cable, and away you go.
Crazy.
The USB cable is amazing. I mean, Bluetooth is brilliant, but if you're surrounded by electronical devices, the Bluetooth can be a little bit temperamental. If you're doing things like with song lists and that sort of stuff, it's absolutely fine. But if you've got a massive backup that you're doing, you've got a small percentage chance of it not being perfect. But this is just rock solid, and you can just leave it on for days. So if you're doing a mega reprogram, or you've done everything and you need to back up really quickly and stuff, it's just
Or
so
if you,
good.
I guess, if you're like a studio user, you just leave it plumbed in.
Yes, of course. So if you're in a studio, you have your board hooked up, and then you've got this
Leave that plumbed in.
next to your desk,
Almost
and
like
you
a plug-in.
Oh, come on.
You're in your door and you're like,
That is
cool, I'm going to turn on
fantastic.
this fuzz is like an outboard bit of gear.
Yeah.
Like that? Put that in the marketing material.
I love
Write
that.
right down.
Very good. That's
Should we
great.
do a quick Q&A?
Yeah, another quickfire round. It's
Got
this
5 minutes.
Ah,
Apple Tango. It's made me crazy today.
get ready. The first one is actually from a customer that's had a problem with getting their email through. So just a reminder to email us on support@thegigrig.com, and we'll make sure we get back to you. Graham has asked, with the new Keeley pedal pedals being able to handle 9 or 18 volts. Is there a way to switch between voltage on any of the GigRig systems?
Yes. It takes 2
To
tango and 2 to 18. So actually, let's see if we can do this.
Oh no,
Lizzie.
I think that's so well.
Actually, Joe. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do it. Grab my phone, Jake. I'm going to buzz this to you, and you can put it on your screen, and then we can share the screen. This is technology, man. We are nailing this. Right. Check this out.
Feel like a woman.
No.
No. Yeah.
This is not a political show. Right.
Are you a
I had.
Shania
Hang on.
He's a Shania denier.
Please, collections. Where are we?
We've actually got Schlapp in the chat.
Oh,
Hey,
fantastic!
wonderful human.
Right, people. I want you all to say a massive thank you to Schlapp because he's a hero.
He came and visited us.
You know,
in the
I
summer.
missed out on it.
It was really lovely hanging. And he brought me some very delicious alcoholic beverages that I consumed over Christmas.
And he said, by the way, I connected it via a Bluetooth CME Wi-Fi MIDI interface. It does have to be a USB MIDI interface. I tested a few and it worked fine.
Oh, amazing!
He's just the best.
He's just a hero.
Better than all the rest.
Okay, so
I've actually already got this on my camera roll,
Right.
mate, if you asked.
Well, there you go.
Because I'm such a fan of you.
So if we go to number 4, Lizzie, this is a diagram on how to get 18 volts. And this is from the isolator, but the same rule applies with Gen X8, Gen X14, and the ISO 4LC. Who named it that? So what you do, you just get a cable and you use 2 connections. You use 2 sets of tabs. A black and white tab gives out 9 volts. What we want to do is put the cable with the white stripe underneath the white tab. Then next to it, we want to connect the following black and white tabs together with a little piece of your DC cable. And then the black tab on the other side of that is going to go to the negative side of the black cable in your connection.
Black to black, white to white.
Basically, what you've done there, if you've connected 2 isolated 9-volt power sources in series. When you connect that in series, you're doubling the voltage. If you've connected them in parallel, you're doubling the current capability. But with the Gen X stuff, there's so much current available. So if you want to get 18, just use 2 of those 2 sets of tabs, connect them in series, and you have 18 volts, baby.
Or you can use a doubler.
Doubler is probably the easiest thing. The cool thing about the doubler as well, you can connect a doubler to the link output.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you don't have
as long as it's one of the new ones. Because the OG doublers
only take
won't
9
get
on the
20.
input.
Sorry. So yeah, it has to be one of the new doublers, but they've been new doublers for a long time. So if you have a doubler and you're not sure if it's a new one, just open it up, send us a picture, and we'll be able to confirm.
Or deny.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My knees
You're breaking
are
the
just in
illusion
way.
of
My
the solid nature of our desk.
Unbreakable.
Yeah.
And
Okay, I'm
it's-
just going to move to another question.
Top quality, that.
Tero was here, said, can we please get a deep dive into the GigRig virtual batteries? That thing is a total game changer.
Sure.
Oh, thank you, mate.
One to bear in mind.
Yes,
maybe.
our patented virtual battery. Patented. Like leather. Dr. Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the virtual battery, I'll tell you what's really cool about that. Lots of people, there are sag functions available on some things, and that's cool by lowering the voltage. What we discovered years ago, looking at the difference between batteries and the different sorts of batteries, like between carbon batteries and alkaline batteries, lithium batteries, wasn't the voltage, but the way they deliver the current. And what we found, especially with like the carbon batteries, what would happen is there's a bit of resistance that the current would go through. And when it dropped a bit of voltage, there was more resistance there. And what happens, especially with transistor-based overdrive pedals, is that when the transistor would pull the current, there's a little bit of pulling on that resistance, and it changes the character. And I think when people go, oh yeah, I prefer the sound of my unit on delivering, and it can be fresh carbon batteries, and this is what the sag control doesn't give you just by lowering the voltage, because the current is still immediate. But what we've done is we've duplicated the way that bit of pull, that bit of resistance happens with that voltage. So on the back of the virtual battery, you can go from, like it says, alkaline to carbon, and that's what that does. And it's such a cool thing.
Thank you.
No worries.
That is all
That is
we've
it.
got time for
We
today.
made it through.
We did.
We did.
And there are quite a lot of questions, so I don't know if maybe we'll try and get together at some point and we could answer them on some Instagram stories.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
think
idea.
that's a great idea.
So that we can
It's a wonderful idea.
don't leave people hanging.
Yep. I love that. All right, people, thank you so much. Hope you found that good. Hope you enjoyed the new web editor. It will be with you soon. Again, massive thank you to Schlupp, and thank you to BV for being in the thing. And thank you all for joining us. We love our Wednesday afternoons and coming and hanging out with all of you. It's so cool.
We do.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Be good. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.